Welcome back in live to another episode of Rock Boys Football. Today we got a little mock draft going on. We're going to be doing the New York Football Giants. We're going to do a full 7-rounder. Again, it's early in the cycle. We don't even know when the Giants will be picking. We're kind of getting a feel of how we value our certain prospects. But again, very early, just kind of trying to get some names out, who we like. So we're going to go Giants. We're going to go 7 rounds. We'll go normal speed. Talk a little bit about the players. Kayvon Thibodeau. I think Kayvon Thibodeau to talk a little bit as the pick comes up. I think Kayvon Thibodeau is the pick 1. That being said, it's getting quite close. I think Aiden Hutchinson is bearing down on him. He's putting together just a phenomenal season.
Yeah, he's balling.
Kayvon Thibodeau, Olave, which is interesting. I don't have him as my wide receiver 1. Stingley. So this is kind of, I think the no-brainer pick here is Kyle Hamilton.
I do too. I think the value's there. I think the fit, especially as Jabril's coming up on the end of his contract.
Yeah, Jabril's up in 2022. Kyle Hamilton is, if not the best prospect in the draft, a top 3 prospect.
I think it's like, I think that's crazy that he's not higher. He's like, I think he's a top 3 player, honestly. But
now this intrigues me here.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
You pick up the 2nd rounder. You're not going to.
Problem is, I mean, it depends on if you think Kenyon Green is like, because he's probably the best guard. I think he's had a really pretty good season.
Yeah.
They need an interior guy. He probably is going to be a really good pro. I mean, Will Hernandez hasn't worked out super great. Billy Price, he's also at the end of his contract.
2022.
Yeah.
You missing tight ends too. Yeah, so we can either take this trade, stockpile some picks.
I'm trying to. I mean, if you think you can get a guy who for the interior line down the
Let's
scale
at one we'll get to make more picks, which is always fun. They traded up for DeMarvin Leal, which is interesting. Carl Loftus is still on the board.
No, he just went.
Not on the board. If Aiden Hutchinson falls to like this, like I feel like he's got to be kind of on your board.
Well, yeah, just as a value.
Kenyon Green's still there.
Yeah, so let us see if you get there. I mean, Linderbaum could make sense too, honestly.
That's what I was thinking. Linderbaum would fall to us. Let's try to get up to 10. They have 15, so they might be willing. And we'll keep one of our 2nd rounders, and we'll give them. So we'll give them a 3rd round to move up 5 spots, 6 spots. Let's let it ride then. Okay, now
Sam Howell.
Now there's great value. Now we need to get up.
For who?
Kenny? Go get him. Go solidify that interior. Start running the ball. Give Saquon some help. I'll give it the 80th. Or
I don't think that's going to get accepted, but you can try.
What about
you got no feel for this. You're probably going to have to give up more than
80. I need one of the sheets. You know, the trade values. The trade values.
Yeah, you need something.
Let's try 80. If they don't take 80, we'll pass. All right. Chances are now Hutch goes, Andrew Booth goes, Drake Jackson goes. We don't even need to trade down. Kenyon Green is a no-brainer pick here, I think.
Yeah, okay. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good because we kind of were thinking about taking Kenyon Green at 6. Linderbaum's been falling. I think it's just a product of the 7th position value. But also, I think you were right when you said it earlier in the year. I think people were like kind of riding the Tyler Linderbaum train hard, and it's like, okay,
it was like a catchy Twitter thing. I feel like.
Yes, yeah. But is he going to change? Is he going to change the game that much for your team? Probably not.
Yeah,
Huge for Isaiah Spiller. He's not even my RB1, but
yeah, if the Bills take one, then I'll throw up.
Bill's still growing. So they're still moving up that list. Drake London. I don't hate that for the Bills. Charles
Yeah,
Cross.
I gotta get on the Sean Ryan. I don't.
If Devin Lloyd
I'm
falls to the
barely
Giants
anything
here,
on him.
I would get him. Am I going to trade up? Fuck. That's too bad. I really like Devin Lloyd.
Ooh.
I'm not.
I don't think Petit Frere is a bad pick here. I think they're gonna need a right tackle because Solder's he's at the end of his shelf life in a sense.
What's he signed?
Value.
I know they
He's 2023.
Yeah.
But he's also not even producing. So
is Zion Nelson on the board here?
would you take him over Petit Frere at this point?
No.
Let's look at offense, maybe.
Yeah, let's just look at offense. Let's look at these tackles. No, it'd definitely be Petit Frere. I do like Trevor Penning a lot. Is there anyone immediately that you really like that you want to get? No.
At what spot?
I don't know. Is there anyone that is David Bell is not jumping out?
No.
I mean, Kenny Pickett here is decent value.
I think you maybe can ride and see if you can get him at 47.
No, you wouldn't ride with a quarterback like this. It's in my opinion, it's more just like I don't think it's a bad idea, and that's another reason why I traded down from 6, or why I think it's a good idea is just wait, kind of do what the Browns did. Instead of forcing a quarterback, wait till you can get a CJ Stroud-like player. And so even if you're trading for picks in next year's draft, that gives you the ammo to trade up. I think you're holding on these quarterbacks. I don't like them. I like CJ Stroud. I like Bryce Young. I like those cats a lot better. So I'm just waiting fully. Kenny Pickett's got some small hands. Not that I'm worried about that. You have seen him. You have seen, in one word, we'll get into this. You have seen Kenny Pickett struggle to throw the ball in the rain. So if you're a team like the Giants plays outdoor games in November, December,
yeah, but that was so rainy against UNC. I feel like he deserves a little, at least in that game.
That's true.
I mean, that was like nobody would be able to throw.
Let's go get the best tackle on the board. I'm with you there.
All right.
I think we have a few. Yeah, we have another pick coming up. I'm really disappointed because I wanted a Nakobe Dean or Devin Lloyd at some point. I don't think Reggie Ragland is.
No, I think they're linebacker eligible, if you will.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh, Christian Harris, it's a joke.
We're getting screwed because Devin Lloyd went just before us.
Jabbo. Take him in a heartbeat. He's sick.
Let's check the linebackers really quick. I like Owen Popo. I like Brandon Smith a lot too, man.
Yeah, he's really good.
Brandon Smith's my type of backer. Super long, super fast. Is solid in cover in zone coverage because he's so long and such a good athlete.
No need to take him here.
And looking at numbers, Brandon Smith's missed tackle rate is a little higher than you want. I think it's up around 18% right now, which is way higher than it was his first 2 years. But man, dude, I love this kid's build. He's gonna be a riser once he tests. He's gonna test out of this world.
Yeah.
Do we have
just go to all? Go to all. I want to see who's kind of on the board.
Trent McDuffie's been super solid. He's been a solid cornerback.
K-Dot, and I like.
Oh.
Jermaine. Although I wouldn't take him over Ojabo.
Yeah, I would, 100%.
What?
Ojabo's got some serious stuff he's got to clean up before I like him as a prospect.
Like what?
He's the frame. He's got to fill it out. I mean, he's a sick athlete, and that's why he's going to go in the first round, I think. He's going to run a fast forward. He's going to run the shuttle fast. He's a fast, twitchy dude. But
I mean, he doesn't play the run at a super high level, but
no, he plays it at a rather low level, in my opinion. I think that's kind of the thing that if he comes back, fills out the frame, he's a top 10 pick. He's not quite there yet. I also like Nick.
I feel like that's just wishful thinking, but such is life.
Can we go? Who do you like here the most? I mean, I'm going to go back to the depth chart a little bit. They definitely could could keep bolstering that cornerback room. And they're paying Bradbury a lot. He's done in 2023. Adoree Jackson's in 2024. I mean, I like McDuffie a lot. He's one of my favorite corners in the draft. Isaiah Likely, if you want to take another shot at Evan Ingram 2.0, it is Isaiah Likely.
Does he not catch or something? Is that why you said Evan Ingram 2.0?
Just not a blocking tight end, really fast.
Oh, get lost to the blocking tight ends. That's a relic of the past.
Yeah, that's true. That is fair. That is fair. I got
freaking George Kittle. I mean, it would be nice, but
all right, let's just go take
McDuff.
Yeah, I think I want to. At Ingram, I don't get the hype around him. David Bell, Sam Williams, another good edge guy. Dude, there's some really good edge prospects who are going to be here in the second round. This edge class in general is really, really good. I would have considered
Jermaine Johnson, is he?
I love Jermaine Johnson. He just went. We got 2 picks here. Let's do some work here. No way Brandon Smith went. I'll take Brandon Smith here.
What?
Wait, I pressed the wrong button. I'm taking Brandon Smith here.
All right.
I love him. One of my favorite. He's one of my dogs. We got
my dad B Cox. That's a little high for him.
There's some good interior D line prospects here. Haskell, Devontae Wyatt, Tyler Davis. I like all those guys. I think Zachary Carter's a candidate fitting in.
Dotson, love Dotson, obviously.
Yeah, they just got a Tony though, so kind of similar prospects. I think Dotson's a cleaner route runner.
I think Dotson's more fit for the outside.
Yeah. She's though. You're kind of throwing 2 darts not darts. I think Dotson's a little bit more of a Tony's a big time dart, in my opinion. When do they have?
He also could be incredible.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Just higher. That's why I won first round. I really don't hate Dotson here. I also had him in notes that I want to look for a running back to kind of complement Saquon.
I don't think you're gonna get a big difference with Ely than Gray and Verdell, frankly.
Oh, I don't like Gray.
I think you could just wait. No, I actually like Eric Gray. I feel like he's being mismanaged at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
But
still. I like Eric Gray. He's one of the better pass catching guys in the.
I think that transfer was a mistake. I think that's turning into a bad deal for him.
What do you think about Darren Kennard sticking him at guard? Sticking him at guard early, and then when Nate Soldiers run your course there, putting him at right tackle where that's his best position. And I really am high on that kid. I think he can be an all-pro there. What do you think?
Well, we did just take Frere.
Did we? And we took him and Kenyon Green. Man, I
think they need help. Wait, go back up because you're kind of reaching a little too. But
I don't value these rankings that much. I have kind of my own set.
Well, if you're playing the game of
that's
get them later, which you have to a little bit.
Interesting cat.
George Pickens, that's criminal.
He's all suited up.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I think we got to go to the D line. Haskell Garrett's definitely more of a penetration guy. He's not taking on.
I'd probably go Haskell over Wyatt the way the league's set up now. Yeah.
Yep. I probably agree with that. Haskell Garrett's more of a penetration, more of a pass rush guy. Devontae Wyatt's more of the old school D tackle that's going to stand you up. I'm on board with that. Let's go back to all. What do we have any positions we really want to address? Tight end, Jaleel.
No, I mean now Kennard makes sense. Obviously, if you want to make a run at him,
I mean,
I
he's
think they do need a ton of help on their offensive line. Like
yeah.
that's still they're still giving Saquon nothing. So
In what world is Will Levis the 87th best prospect?
that video where he's spinning.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna take Dan Kennard. I love him. I think he's gonna be so good. I really like this draft. Like we're getting a lot of good players. I mean, whatever quarterback comes in next year, he's gonna be blessed. He's gonna have a healthy Saquon Barkley, ideally a healthy Kenny Galladay and Sterling Shepard. Not Sterling Shepard, Kadarius Toney. Like, and here I'm not opposed to taking like. I just saw Desmond Ritter went. Like, I'm not opposed to taking a guy like him or Filyakovich. Taking that now
because Desmond Ritter, he's going to be way higher than that. People,
yeah, and at the end of the day, like you have to kind of keep swinging. You kind of have to just keep swinging until you get a quarterback. And so taking a guy that I'm not necessarily using him to draft a quarterback over Kenny Green, who I think is a blue chip interior lineman. But like when I was like, we'll take his Haskell Garrett, or we'll get some depth with Darian Kennard at the tackle spot. Like taking a flyer on Desmond Ritter, I don't hate. Okay, that brings us to this. I'm thinking about running back now. Tyler Algier, I think he said.
I'm not an Algier fan. I think he's a little like.
I like Jerry Neely. I love Jerry Neely.
I think so too.
I would take him. He's definitely on the smaller side. I also like Zach Charbonnet. Who do you like more out of those two?
I think I like Ely because he brings more in the pass game.
I think that's kind of what I do too, and especially when this guy's going to be an RB2. When Saquon's done, and if you're not going to re-sign him, then go get another like Zach Charbonnet, a guy who can be a workhorse. But like Ely's not going to be a workhorse, but definitely worth a late round pick to help you out in the pass game. And also can take carries. Like that dude runs hard for his size. So
he's a liability on the carry side.
No, absolutely not. I actually really like how Ole Miss is doing. I wish he got a little bit more touches, but that's in him with Snoop Connor and Jackson Kirkland's fall from grace. Oh, we're picking. All right, let's go back to all. Let's just kind of. You want to do it? I'll do it. I'll do it. I think he's a good candidate to stay. That being said, if they win,
I also think they missed. They just straight up missed with Galladay. Like he's A, not been very healthy, and B, he's not played very good ball when he's been healthy. So I don't know if he'll make it through his whole contract or if he'll get the axe.
Like you're not gonna have to depend on him, and you're getting him in what 5th round. Like you gotta love that. You gotta love that.
Check the tight ends real quick. I want to see what they got.
Yeah, I like that. Charlie Kohler, man, he looked phenomenal against Oklahoma.
I don't think he's a good enough athlete, personally.
No, me neither. He's more of the old school tight end, big. Kind of the opposite of what Evan Ingram is. Pretty reliable with the hands, but just is not going to separate. Which I don't know. Like, are we gonna? At the end of the day, like that's what I want a tight end to do. I want a tight end to be a big target who can go up and catch contested and. Unless you're a Travis Kelce, George Kittle, Darren Waller, like you're probably not going to be getting much separation, and you got to catch contested. And Charlie Kohler's that dude.
He is very good.
There's also just a lot of like veteran. Carlson Ramble's a guy I've been beating the drum with for all year. I don't know. And this part of the draft, I like to tend to go like linebackers, see if we can get some like Damone Clark's a guy that I'm high on. He's going to be a great special teamer. Micah McFadden, too. Are you good with Damone Clark here, or you want to keep looking?
Yeah, I'm good.
The edge position either. Are there any edge guys you kind of Christopher Allen I like?
I mean, I don't know. It's Xavier Thomas would probably be like
Travis Jones from Connecticut's going to be like a 2nd rounder, I think. when it's all said and done. This is
Why is he a better athlete than I would think?
he's like I almost feel like I shouldn't take him here because it's not. I shouldn't be allowed.
Well, if you think that, then take him. I don't even know how that's a conversation. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Shouldn't be there.
Well, I don't care.
It's not insane. It's unrealistic.
Are we picking soon, or did you just pick him?
I just picked Jordan Travis. Yeah. Not Jordan Travis. Travis Jones.
Travis Jones.
Let's say. Yeah, I watched a little YouTube video on him, and he was super impressive. I get it's the skill, the strength of competition isn't great, but Phil Yurkovich, man. Here, I'm not opposed on taking a flyer on a guy who's he's a big body with very similar to Daniel Jones, actually, with a very strong arm, big body, good athlete.
Yeah.
Man, it's just
I mean, I'm good to take because I don't love the tight. I think the tight end's the next position I'd want, but I think I'd just wait for Dulwich at this point.
Yeah, and he might take over. I love that the Bills get Charlie Kohler there, actually.
I don't know, dude. Daniel Jones, I don't hate Daniel Jones. He just take care of the football, and he just doesn't do that.
Yeah, he isn't. I don't know if I was a Daniel Jones believer, but I don't know if I can stay on that hill.
Here's a classic. See Kennedy Brooks, Eric Gray's a round higher than him. That's a classic. Yes, Kennedy Brooks is probably the better running back all around. But at the end of the day, when you want to be an NFL prospect, you need to bring something that not a lot of people bring. A lot of the running backs are bell cows, right? But they're not going to be all-purpose backs that you're taking in the first round. If you can be an elite guy out of the backfield like Ely, like Eric Gray, then you're going to get picked higher because you can do something that other guys can't do. Still a side note on running back prospects for you. Yeah, let's take Dulwich. Dulwich is sick. We're high on Dulwich. The Rockets are beating the drums for Greg Dulwich. How did he do yesterday, by the way?
Dulcich.
Is that how? Yeah, I actually knew I was that wrong.
Yeah, I always say Dulwich, but it definitely is not.
Yeah. How did he do yesterday?
Probably sick. Yeah, those big plays.
Plays, man. I'm telling you, the explosive plays. I mean, that's solid considering DTR throws it 22 times a game. I haven't seen – how has he been as of, late?
Who?
Greg Dulcich. Can you say his name again? How do I say it? I forget how to say it again.
Dulcich.
This is the problem with me in draft content is I am not very good yet. I'm telling you, dude, there's no tight end better at the explosive plays than him.
He gives me he's just major Kittle vibes besides he doesn't block.
But, hey, blocking's for the birds anyways.
Yeah, fuck it.
6 catches for 52 yards, rather tame day. But he loves him. DTR loves him. I don't blame him. Dude's he's good. He's a good ball player. 183 yards, probably a slow day for him. Yeah, if DTR wasn't such a square of a thrower, we'd be fine. We still haven't picked yet. All right, here's a summary. How do we do?
I actually love Kenyon Green there. I think that makes a ton of sense.
Draft. We traded down, and we were like, oh, maybe we can get Linderbaum. I mean, we get one of the best players in the draft at 5 and a position of need. That's the ideal pick for the New York Giants.
Yeah, because realistically, Nick Gates is going to stay the center. So,
if he recovers that injury that he just snapped.
Yeah, I'm sure he will, though. I don't live in your world of 1920s medical technology where nobody recovers from anything. So, oh man, George Pickens, he tore his ACL. Dude, everybody has. So relax.
And we got a very good tackle who is one of the more pro-ready guys, high recruit out of high school. The ceiling isn't quite there that I see with some of the other tackle prospects. But he's just going to be nails. And that's, at the end of the day, that's what you want your tackles to be.
Yeah.
McDuffie, one of the better cornerbacks, very, very sticky dude. I need to do a little bit more research in, how NFL teams like to play and then kind of matching up corner prospects because, there's a lot of, Darian Kendrick is much less sticky, but a lot better in those zones. and playing the ball. So I need to do a little bit more looking into that. But Trey McDuffie's high on my list. Brandon Smith, he's going to be a middle linebacker for 10 years in the NFL. Really solid dude. Haskell Garrett, more of a penetrator than anything. What's his weight? Haskell Garrett's. I would be surprised if he's much more than.
I guess around 290 would be my guess, but
yeah, I would think 300. Yeah, 300.
Yeah. Well, so it's probably a little less, but
yeah, that's fair. And he's a guy who he has a good get off. He just doesn't stack blocks that well.
He's been a very productive player for them though for a couple of years. So.
And I'm gonna go get Darian Kennard, who I love because you can stick him inside until Nate Soldier's done and put him at right tackle. But it also balances out the Nicholas Petit Frere pick, where this guy's maybe a little bit of a little bit bust element to him, but dude, he can be so good if he like.
I'd be really surprised to see him bust in the inside interior. I think he's gonna his power is gonna be. I would think good for the NFL, but
yeah, I just worry about pass pro. He's a big dude, and like some of those bendier, twitchier. How big is he? He's got to be like 330.
No, I don't think he's that big. I would guess like 315, 320.
315, 320.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they give you weights.
6'6", 315. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he was coming out of high school, so he's probably
he's such a power.
Or is it? I don't know. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I don't know what that weight is, but
we'll just go to his Kentucky. If we can find it.
Kentucky. 345? Jeez.
Yeah, he's so big, dude. Look at this against Devontae Wyatt. He makes Devontae Wyatt look like a little munchkin. Dude is an absolute beast, bro. He came back because he wanted to show colleges or pro teams that he can play tackle. And I mean, literally since his 2019 season. After that, I mean, 2020 he was phenomenal, All-American. 2021 he's all very, very good. PFF he always grades. He grades out of this world on PFF every year.
Don't care about PFF.
That's fair.
PFF has weird metrics because I see all sorts of things that make no sense to me.
Yeah. Jurrion Ealy, kind of a not necessarily depth back, but kind of adding to the weapon chamber of the New York Football Giants.
I mean, I don't know because like you see what Kamara's doing and like Clyde Edwards, like those guys you would think maybe are more gadgety, but the new backs just aren't the generally Giants.
He is like much smaller than those guys.
He's much smaller than
I think he's 185. I mean, how hard is
195. Well, I don't.
Yeah, 185.
No, that's baloney.
You think?
Go to Ole Miss's page. Well, it's right there, man. Jeez.
My bad. He plays ball too. But he's like, sure, I think he's that big.
That's not. He doesn't look that big. Oh, jeez.
And that's where you get like Clyde Edwards-Helaire has the weight because he's got the tree trunk's legs. Ealy doesn't really have that, but he is like
he is slender, but
he runs the ball hard, so I'm not too worried about this. We go George Pickens, one of the highest ceilings of the draft. I mean, being that size, getting that separation, and having that good of contested catch ball skills, you're going to be a good prospect. Travis Jones is a guy just to watch. Still, we might want to do like a film session on him because he's got some serious pedigree to him. It's just UConn is just so boring. Closing out the draft, Phil Yurkovich, kind of in my mind, maybe a Daniel Jones 2.0. Big arm, strong arm, very good athlete. This is kind of like taking a shot late. And if he doesn't hit, which I wouldn't put a lot of money on, you're going to have a very, very good football team for the 2023 draft, and there'll be a lot of good quarterback prospects.
And realistically, it does complement Daniel Jones pretty good. Like, obviously you mentioned it, but similar style.
Yeah. I think the comps are very good.
Athletic, not necessarily a guy who's going to Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen type throw the ball around, but control the hopefully you can run it and then use him play action and use him to run a bit. So
And then Greg Dulcich,
Dulcich.
Greg Dulcich to round out.
I don't even know if I'm right, so I probably shouldn't say it. But yeah, again, that guy, animal. He's looked really good. I don't think he gets any respect, which is whatever, but such is life.
Yeah, and that'll do it. I mean, that's a solid. I think that's a solid draft. We kind of stockpiled some picks. Giving whoever ends up being their quarterback a lot of weapons to come into, and hopefully try to turn this franchise around. That's been starting to play some good defense, and just honestly, it's worked for the Browns. Getting a stockpile on a very, very strong roster for when that rookie quarterback comes in, who you believe in, he has a good team. And I think the Lions should consider doing this too. So either draft Kayvon Thibodeau or trade down and stockpile some picks, because this team's not ready to win now. I'm ready to win. All right, good. That'll do it for the mock draft. We'll be back with plenty of more. Got some good prospect talk in, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.